Hello and welcome back to Dish It Up. Today we are going to be making a chicken pot pie with puff pastry dough. Let's get into it. I'm going to be cooking my chicken in my cast iron skillet here on top of the stove to brown it up and then finishing it off in the oven. And I'm starting off here just seasoning both sides of my chicken very well. I'm just using salt, pepper, and some paprika. Adding just a couple of pads of butter here. This will obviously flavor my chicken a little bit more, and it'll also keep it moist when I put it in the oven to cook the rest of the way through. Here's my chicken coming out of the oven. You can see it still has some great color and it has finished cooking through. I'm going to leave the chicken aside to rest for a little while I start on the rest of my ingredients for the pot pie. A pat of butter to my pan here, and once it melts I'm going to be adding my onions and saute those just for a few moments. Once my onions have a little bit of color to them, I'm going to be adding a couple of cubes of my chicken stock cubes that I prepared recently. And here I'm adding a little bit of flour and some milk to the onions and the chicken broth that I had in here, and that's just going to start my roux and thicken up the rest of the vegetables that I'm going to add here in just a moment. And here's my filling all prepared. You can see it looks nice and creamy. I'm going to be filling this into a little ramekin, and then I will proceed with adding my puff pastry dough on top. But before we do that, we can't forget our beautiful chicken that we cooked up earlier. Here I'm going to be chopping it up into bite-sized pieces similar to the vegetables, and I will be adding those into the creamy pot. Give those a nice stir before I add them into my bowl. Here I'm just rubbing the edges of my container here with butter to make sure that the puff pastry does not stick to the sides. And my puff pastry already comes in these squares, so I just sort of rolled it out a little bit to the size of this dish. individual serving of this chicken pot pie made at home using puff pastry. Thanks again for joining me here on Dish It Up. Please give it a like if you enjoyed what you saw and subscribe for more videos to come. Have a great day.